very difficult to translate. It means literally wind flow. Although fu, wind, has the general meaning also of atmosphere. What is your household wind means in Zen, what is the particular style of your school of teaching? And so fu has the same atmosphere of style. Ryu means flowing. Now, furyu is in the dictionary is translated as elegance, but this is misleading. Furyu is when, for example, you see somebody fishing. Now, of course, if he's a serious fisherman, he's just fishing to catch fish. But there's something kind of unconscious about that. And it is so often true, you see, that peasants don't appreciate the countryside at all. I remember in England, the fields being tilled by peasants who were wearing an old Sunday suit, black, with a striped shirt, with a collar button and no collar, and a derby hat, old derby hat. And they looked about as incongruous out on the countryside as you could imagine anything could look. Not seriously trying to catch fish, but just digging the sea, the quietness. That's a kind of furyu. But basically it means flowing, the style of life in which you flow with the Tao. A follower of the Tao is called a Daoryu. Doryu in Japanese, Doryu. Liu in Chinese, Daoryu. And that's a Fengliu, Furyu in Chinese, Fengliu. But he who is flowing with the Tao is the person who never forces an issue. This is very strange, you'll find in life, if you don't go around forcing issues all the time. A lot of people will accuse you of irresponsibility. They'll say, well, now, if you've got to make up your mind, you've got to make a decision. And if you don't make a decision one way, it will be made for you the other. No, but this isn't true. It's very important sometimes not to decide and to say, let's wait and see what happens. Don't rush in a hurry to decide, because there are more factors in any situation than you ever counted up. And you don't know really which ones are going to be operative. So, if you don't force keys in locks, you see, you always jiggle till they go of their own. If you force it, you're liable to bend the key, break the lock, and goodness knows what else. So the Fengliu or Furyu man is... But so if we stop short of that meaning, even though a crude translation would tend to bring it to that, what we get to is what we call uncontrived elegance, natural elegance, as of a tiger. And then there is another mood, peculiarly related to poems of autumn, when one naturally has his mind on the dying year, surrounded by all the gorgeous leaves and some bare branches. Well, when you turn the clock back, you know, and it gets dark early, you feel a sort of sadness of the fall coming on, and entering into winter. And this is called in Japanese aware. And this word aware isn't quite nostalgia. It's a feeling of sadness. Not as something unpleasant and that ought to be avoided, but very good sadness. A sort of wistful sadness at the dying of the foliage, the end of the year, the end of human life, when it's all going on. There is an English poem which mentions the strange atmosphere of a banquet hall deserted after the party, with all the plates strewn around and